All right, so I am seated here with Lusanda Schoolboy Komanisi, and you're a man that's arriving in the hot seat now for the soon-to-be SA title shots versus Tshifhiwa Munyai. What's your thoughts on how this whole situation has played out? It's been like a long road to get to this point.
First, thank you for having me, Hayden. I've been calling for this fight for quite a long time now. Like Munyai said, this fight was going to happen at featherweight. It never happened. So now we're meeting again at lightweight, and hopefully this time it's going to happen for the title, and I'm number one for his SA title. I can't wait for that to come.
I mean, it's two former world champions, as he said in his interview, fighting for the SA title. I mean, it makes South African title great again, doesn't it?
Yeah, South African title is great. It's great, and I like the new design as well. It looks shiny, and I want to have that piece as well. Yeah, I want to add that piece to my collection.
Tshifhiwa Munyai is not an easy fight. It's a very hard fight. He's got a lot of experience, much like yourself. I mean, for him, it's a hard fight as well. How do you look at him, though?
You're right. That's the best lightweight in the whole continent for me, I believe. He's proven himself. He's fought 12-round fights. He's made them short. Some fights were knockouts, and he's been tested before. He's not new in the game, and I like it because he's got more experience than me. He's going to push me to bring the best out of me.
If you look 2 or 3 fights back, you both had like sort of different ideas of what you wanted to do. He was just focused on getting a lot of defenses. You looked like you were at that stage just focused on maybe not getting the fights and just focusing on other belts. But now that it's in front of you, I mean, how real does it feel?
For now, it's just talks because there's no contract signed. We've been approached by different promoters with different plans for the fight, and for now there's nothing signed. But I'm just training for whatever comes. I know it's going to happen. Then in the next minus 150 days, this fight is going to happen.
I mean, I'm aware that an offer got made to Tshifhiwa Munyai. He's turned down a first offer. You probably know about that as well. What do you think about that?
I don't know anything about that. I haven't gotten any offer, but I was talking to one of the people I work with in the gym, Mr. Marco Lewis. He said he was gonna approach Golden Gloves for the fight. I'll still wait on his side and hear what he brings, because right now it's just talks. Nothing is signed. Yeah.
I know that in a written article you said that you might not want to fight again in the Eastern Cape. Does that suggest that this fight will take place in Gauteng?
The fight is going to be here in Gauteng or Limpopo or any other province. If it's in East London, I don't want to fight. I want to fight in East London. I don't like fighting in East London. I've never loved fighting in East London. I wanna entertain everyone in Johannesburg, in Limpopo, in Durban, in Cape Town. I want people to see me. I want other people to cheer for me. I don't want the same faces that I normally meet there and then boo. I don't want to see that. No. I'm a fighter in a different level with my mind right now. I just need to put my mind where I can mention the word marketing. The fight is marketable here in Johannesburg, not in the Eastern Cape. Even if it does go to the Eastern Cape, there's no pay.
I want to ask you about sort of the dynamics of the fight, because if you ask a fan how do they see the fight going, it's either Komanisi is going to win by knockout, he's got power, he can't box with Munyai is going to be too skillful for him, and that's the other side of the coin is the fan from Munyai saying, well, look, Komanisi can be outboxed by Munyai. What's your thoughts on that sort of perception? Can you outbox Munyai if it goes to 12?
I believe I can box for 12 rounds. I believe I can make it a knockout if I find the opportunity to do so. I can't predict what the future holds. If he lands, who knows, because nobody prepares to lose. He's preparing to win. I'm preparing to win. I respect him as much as he respects me. Should that fight take place, I'm going there to knock him out. I'm not going there to try and see what he can do with me in 12 rounds. Obviously, I'm going to go there for the knockout, and that's my number one aim. I'm a knockout specialist. I'm the best knockout designer in the business. I design the best knockouts, and I'm going to go there and design another one. That's my aim. But should it go 12 rounds, I can handle 12 rounds. I'm a 12-rounder too.
And should the winner of this fight, whether it's you, whether it's Tshifhiwa, do you think that, seeing as this fight is a highly rated fight, that either one of you should be rated in one of the major sanctioning organizations?
I don't believe it's one of the I don't believe it's highly rated. I mean, we saw Lightning not so long ago, and Tumezweni, and we also saw Jackson Chahuk and Kafu. We don't know which one is going to be the best SA title fight, but I'm sure me and him can push to make that the best SA title fight. But already we have super contenders. Those fights were Lightning, you know. So I hope and wish ours can be more than that.
Well, you got guys that are in the lightweight division that I've interviewed recently. You got, the likes of Talent Baloyi, Katliko Kanyesa, Kane Fourie, those sort of names. Are they aspiring to be where you and Tshifhiwa are? They're mentioning your names, obviously not in a fight context, but they're mentioning that you guys are the two top dogs. Hearing that from the younger generation that are aspiring to be in your position, I mean, how does that make you feel?
Wow, I didn't even know that, I didn't even know that. I didn't look at it that way. I was looking at it this way. Since we are the only two most active lightweights, maybe they might feel like we're the top fighters. But if we were watching them busy every now and then, it would be a different story, And because of COVID, that's why everybody hasn't been able to fight. I so wish those guys can get action so we can see all the other lightweights. I know there's more. Colin Nathan is one too. Ayanda Nkosi, yeah. That's another good lightweight. He's good. I've seen him. He's very good. And there's plenty. It's just that these guys are inactive now. But for the moment, I'm looking at the champion because I end the sport, and I want to be the one that defeats him. I want to make it my job to knock him out. It's my job to dethrone him, and I'm going to make sure I don't fail.
So the winner of this fight, therefore, becomes the lightweight king, undisputed. There was always that question of, there was the four of you guys in the beginning. There was Ayanda, who's been inactive recently. Then Nomeva left the division. Then it just left you and Tshifhiwa Munyai to battle it out. I mean, am I right in saying that this is the undisputed?
Depends what the fans feel like about it. If the fans feel that's how it is, it's up to the fans because they're the ones paying anyway. They can rate it low, they can rate it high. It's up to the fans. But as for me as a boxer, I believe I'm going to create one of the best knockouts we have seen in the past 4 years. Yeah, against Tshifhiwa.
Wow, okay. So the knockout is predicted on the night. I wanted to ask you, you've been a world champion before. Obviously, you've been in huge fights before. Where does this one rank, should it materialize soon?
I don't know, but I so wish and hope that it's taken seriously and then it's well marketed and we bring more fans in and show them what we both can do. Tshifhiwa is a hell of a fighter. I'm not going to go there unarmed. I'm going to go there loaded and ready for him. And I respect his coach. He's always bringing a good game plan whenever they go to the ring. So I must bring my A game as well. And Vus is going to bring his A game as well. Yes.
Yeah, so Vusi Mtolo obviously is building up a great army, a great team that is surrounding around him. You got like Terence, you got Rourke, you got Koopman. There's a lot of good names out there. You even got Malajika. There's a few guys. So he's building up, and this is would be his biggest fight on paper thus far.
Yeah, I think so. Also have Rocknep versus.
Rocknep against Brandon. That's a huge fight.
It's a huge fight as well for the country. But I believe our fight, we can push it to be seen as big as that one. We can push it because I believe we are both active. We are both creative in the ring. We're both capable of giving everybody a good show. And like I said, I want to be the one that defeats Spider. Spider is the best lightweight out there. He's the best. I can't compare any other guys in the top 10 with him. I want to be the one that dethrones him. So everybody in the top 10 can say, I don't want to fight Komanisi. I want to make sure they say that.
So knockout, as you said, that's what you want to. You want to make a statement here. Let's put it that way. Tshifhiwa in his own rights. I mean, you guys are in your 30s. You need to make a move now. So a win here is crucial. Should you get through him, what would you like to do in the future? Would you like to go international?
Right now, since we started talking about this fight, we heard about August. It could happen in August, but my promoter is looking to get me in action in June, so that by August I'm not inactive. So right now we're looking for someone outside the country, international fight, 10 rounds, non-title fight. Hopefully I get an opponent, hopefully the fight happens. But either way, even if I have to wait until the Munyai fight, I'll be in good shape and I'll be strong.
You and Munyai both very respectful guys. You don't talk big, but you're both very confident in your own abilities. Let's put it that way. What would your message be to Tshifhiwa if you could give him a message? Because obviously this is inevitable now.
I'm coming for that fucking belt, like Spence said.
All right, thank you so much for catching up today, Lusanda. I appreciate your time. You're just about to get started in your fighting camp as well, so all the best on your preparations.
Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone.